Your AI agent worked perfectly in the notebook. The demo looked clean. The tool call worked. The final answer looked impressive. And then the production happened. The tool returned the empty data. The API response looked successful, but the action didn't happen. The database returned stale information. The agent still gave the confident answer, and the user trusted it. And this is one of the most dangerous failures in the AI agent. That is silent tool errors. In this video, I'll explain what silent tool errors are, why they break AI agents, and how senior engineers fix them. So, folks, in this video, I'm going to teach you as a system because system ship demos don't. So, let's start with why this is even a problem. See, in a notebook, tool is usually simple. The input is clean, the result is expected, and only one person is testing, that is you. Everything is on the happy path. Now, when you move to the production, in production, APIs fail. The databases will return the empty result. Network calls will time out. The tools return the partial output. Stale data shows up, and the success messages can be misleading. Now, here's the analogy that I want you to hold on to. A parking lot test drive is not same as driving in traffic during the rain. A car worked in both the cases, but only one of them tested reliability. So write this down. A demo notebook proves possibility, but production tests the reliability. Most agents tutorials stop at possibility, and that's the gap, guys. Now, what exactly is a silent tool error then? It's simple. The tool will fail, but it never says as it failed. The agent reads the response, trusts it, and produces the confident final answer, and the user believes that answer. So I'll give you an example. Think about a delivery application that shows as delivered when the package never arrived. The status said only one thing, that is delivered, but the reality was another. And you actually find out when it actually matters. That's what we call it as the silent failure. So silent failures are more dangerous than the loud errors. See, in case of loud error, it will crash. The system will crash. You will be able to see it. You can actually fix it. But a silent failure looks like a success. Nobody knows anything broke until a customer or your boss finds out for you. Now, let me show you four of this, and I'm sure you will recognize at least one. The example number one, we call it as the empty tool result. Your agent will call an order status tool. The tool returns nothing, which is null, which is an empty, but the agent still answers saying as your order is on the way. Now, what does the user see? The user sees a confident, helpful reply. But what did your system miss? Well, the system actually missed the tool because the tool returned no data. Nothing was actually checked. Now, the reason that this is dangerous because a confident answer was built on zero information is actually a issue or the incident that is waiting to happen. The agent didn't lie on purpose. The thing is, it never checked whether it had anything to work with. And the example number two is called as false success. Your agent will call a tool to create a support ticket. The tool will return as success, but the ticket was never actually created. So the user will see as your ticket has been raised, but the system just missed it because success was just a text. It was never a verified state. Now, the reason that this is dangerous because the user is now waiting for help that is never coming. I'll give you an example to make it simple for you. Let's say you will call the receptionist and the receptionist will tell you that the appointment is booked, but the calendar was never updated. The word said yes, but the system said nothing. Now, this is what we call it as the false success. And the third example, that is the irrelevant search result. Your agent will call a search tool. The tool returns a result, but it is off topic, like wrong document, wrong context. The agent will use it anyway. The user sees now as a well written answer, now which is completely wrong. Well, here, nobody checked whether the result was actually relevant. Now, the reason that this is dangerous because it's a wrong information which is delivered with full confidence. Now, that's the worst combination there is. A retrieval that returns something that is not same as the retrieval that retrieves the right thing. Now, moving on, let's take a look into the next one, that is the timeout assumed as success. Let's say you have an agent and it calls a payment or refund API. The call times out, but the agent assumes that it is completed. The user will see as your refund has been processed. But what did the system miss? The call never finished. The real state is unknown. Now, the reason that this is dangerous because now there is money and there is a trust on the line, and neither one of them is tracked. Think of it in this way. Let's say you go to an ATM. The ATM says transaction failed, but your amount was already deducted. So a timeout is not a no. A timeout is I don't know. And I don't know should never be turned into yes. So how do these senior engineers handle this scenario? Well, it's not done with a better prompt. It's actually done with the system design. Now I want you to picture this full path. You'll have a user query to agent to tool call, tool output. Then you would be having a most important thing, the one that most demos skip, that is the validation. And this is done before the final response. Now, this validation step is where your production actually lives. Now, let me give you the 6 fixes, a simple ones that you can actually start using it. The fix number 1 is validate the output. So validate your tool output. Do not accept empty or incomplete results blindly. Check what came back before you actually use it. Let's say if your order tool returned null, the agent should know that it has nothing and it should never invent an answer. Fix number 2 is explicit states. Use the explicit success and failure state so that the tool should not return the vague text. It should return the clear status. And the number 1 is retries with limits. Network all can fail sometimes. Now that is normal. So retry once or twice, but not forever. And fix number 4, have a fallback behavior. If the tool fails, don't guess. Tell the user clearly or escalate to a human. Like you can add a simple fallback message that says as, I could not confirm your refund. Let me check. Now that is infinitely better than the confident lie. Fix number 5 is tracing the call. Trace the tool call, log the input, output, the latency, error, and the final response. Because here's the truth, guys. Your terminal output is not the observability. If you watch your console while you test it, is not the same as the one that you are able to ship it where you can detect what has happened at 2 a.m. Fix number 6, evaluate the tool behavior. Your test cases should include tool failures, empty result, stale data, and timeout. And most people only test the happy path. Senior engineers test the failure path on purpose. I'll give you an example. Consider a restaurant. A good restaurant does not just ask. Like they'll not come and ask us, did the waiter take the order? It checks that the kitchen has received it, cooked it, and delivered it to the right table. And if you think about a good restaurant, every handoff is verified. That's what these fixes are. That is verified handoff. So remember this. Senior engineers do not trust a tool call just because the agent called the tool. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Like, can't I just fix this with a better prompt? Now, let me be honest with you. Prompting may help the model behavior. Now, that part is real, but the silent tool errors are not your wording problem. That's the system design problem. Validation, retries, fallback, traces, evals. These are engineering responsibilities. You cannot phrase your way to reliability. So you cannot prompt your way out of your missing system boundaries. The agent is only one part of the system. The system around it has to control the tool access, verify the result, observe the failure, and protect the user. Now that's the real shift. The tool call is a production boundary. The final answer is never enough. So your agent did not fail because it was an agent, it failed because the system around it was actually weak. A senior engineer will design for failure before failure reaches the user. Now, if this is the kind of depth that you want to build, the Agentic AI Enterprise Bootcamp is the full path. The next cohort starts in 2 weeks. Now, this bootcamp is not for people who only want to collect AI tooling. It is for learners who want to understand how production style agentic AI systems are actually built using RAG, tools, agent, async workflow, evals, observability, guardrails, and deployment thinking. You can check out the link we have mentioned in the description. So if you want to move from AI agent demos to agentic AI system, explore the bootcamp from the link in the description. In the next video, we'll continue further and maybe we'll pick up one more production failure. I look forward to seeing you and let me know what you think in the comment section and what would you like to see from me in this YouTube channel. And thank you so much for all the good words and comments and the feedback that you've been giving us. So I'll see you next time, guys. System ship, demos don't. This is Nachiketh Murthy. I'll see you on the next one.